Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing today? Welcome in. Welcome. Yeah, Mydrall, Ponator, Curb, Night Trap, Cody. Welcome in, guys. Welcome. Let me write some names down here. Yeah. All right. Sweet. We got some stuff going. Okay. Excuse me. Sarah Elizabeth, welcome in. How are you and Tuvon going? Happy New Year to you guys. Or soon to be Happy New Year, depending on where you are. Oh, let me spell this name right. We're doing a giveaway, guys. Doing a giveaway. 2 giveaways, actually. But we are doing some giveaways. EO Raptor, what's going on, man? You are living in the future. Excuse me. Hope you're still gonna stay grounded in the new year here. You won't gloat too much that your new year is before ours, but yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, well, let's do some stuff, shall we? That's exciting, right? Hey, Velocity Raptor, welcome in. Let me get your name written down here. Velocity Raptor, John Lockridge. It's too long. 9191. Okay, great. We got names written down for giveaway. How you guys doing? What's going on? So, first of all, let me make sure my desk is clear. Man, I haven't used this desk in a minute here. Doing okay. Checking on water resin cure. Very cool. Big Papa, welcome in. I'll write that down. So, last time I streamed, I was painting a wood elf, I think. It has been a while, but yeah, I was painting a wood elf. I will show you guys. I never based it. I have to go to the store. I have to get some things, but this is. Work out my focus here. This was the wood elf as I had kind of finished it. Water based and new front. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Very cool. So I had a lot of things to do. I was really happy with this. I think I kind of finished it up. Was working on it during a Patreon hangout, but I have to work on the basing and then do some varnishes and stuff. But then I think this elf is good to go. I'm really happy with all the green in the mini. There's a ton of greens, like in the hair and in her skin and everything has some greens in it, so it was really cool. But super proud of this mini, and I might be continuing with some more wood elves soon. Singeth your spells, Mystic of the Forest. Yeah, watching the new Fallout episode. That's sweet. The Tomb King's Blood Bowl team. Very nice. That's awesome. That's exciting to hear. And you're going to do the Ravner kill team first. Okay. I don't know, man. Guys, we got to come up with some 2026 goals or some New Year's goals or something today, because I have no idea. Yeah, the green tone of the hair I think is a nice touch. And I did the so there's no metallics on the mini, and if I paint more wood elves, my goal is to not put any metallics on the minis whatsoever. It's not even like non-metallic metals, just no metal. They just don't have any metals that they work with. No metal working. And her gems are amber, so I took that from kind of the Total War vibe, where collecting amber is like a really important thing. So all of her gems are amber, and I thought the kind of yellow orange worked really well with all the browns and greens. It was really nice. Yeah, welcome guys. Excuse me, haven't talked this much in a while, but I hope you guys have had a wonderful Christmas and holidays. Amber means a lot to my people. Oh, really? What does that mean, Quishy? Is it like good meanings or what? Do you mind me asking how you feel about throwing a Tech Priest on the Castellax Arcana? That's probably cool. Yeah, you're talking about like Thousand Suns stuff, right? Excuse me. Yeah, I think a Tech Marine would do really well, or a numerologist. They might fit a little better without like kind of working in having to work in an allied detachment or talking about allied detachment or anything. So it's my personal opinion, and the numerologist is super fun to like model and make and everything, and they're really good for a lot of reasons. But yeah, if you're looking for like repairs and stuff, join NAF. What's NAF? Hope you're able to attend at least one of their sanctioned Blood Bowl tournaments. That's really cool though. St. Clock's 3 hours ahead today, so the kids are in bed by 9. That's so bad. That's so bad. Also, I'm gonna get Quishy written down. Quishy 2003 and Misfit. Welcome in. Getting you guys into the giveaway. All you gotta do is be a follower or subscriber on the respective platform. Make a comment, say hello, tell me how much you hate Space Wolves, something like that, and I'll get you on the giveaway. All Patreon members have an additional entry automatically. So, can Tech Marine join automatons? No. Oh, okay, yeah. There's one specific Tech Marine like mini. Who is it? Is it the guy from? It's one of the consoles, but he can't join the Castellax Akia. He can't join the Thousand Suns version though. He's very specific in joining Castellax. I don't know if Tech Priest can join the Castellax Akia either. That I don't know a whole lot about the Mechanicum specific units, so that might be something to look into, I guess, the specific wording on the rules. What's I came to losing 40k so far with Space Wolves, so if that counts as hatred, there you go. Okay, cool. Sounds like a pretty good record, though. One of the gemstones we've sold abroad for centuries is prominent in souvenirs and local. Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know that. That's really cool. Well, Christmas here was really good. Yeah, Christmas Day was really nice. We had kind of fun happenings in the household before Christmas where there was a nice stomach virus going around, so that was pretty lame. And Painting Wife and the Painting Son weren't 100% on Christmas Day, so we were... Oh, the Nuffle Amorical Football. Okay. It's Blood Bowl thing. That's incredible, though. But yeah, it was a relatively chill Christmas Day, and we a couple days after Christmas, we went and I visited my family and I visited some extended family out of state, and we just got back yesterday. Yeah, the stomach virus stuff is really going around. So it hit Painting Son really hard. He got the worst of it, honestly. Ally Leadership debuff. Mechanicum have MC Subfaction. Their whole shtick is not suffering leadership. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, it would be, if you can join him and you really want to join a Tech Priest to your Castellax, I think that's fine. I don't think you necessarily need to join someone to the Castellax, especially the Akia. There's only one of them, so it's not like you're getting a big blob of Castellax Akia. Did you guys get some good stuff for Christmas? I got some really cool stuff. You're around for the giveaway, so good luck. That's alright. I will post, if you're not here for the actual giveaway, I will post it in Discord, whoever won. And I just ask that you that you message me and let me know you want your things that you win. I will show you guys what we're giving away though. I'll show you guys. When are we home now? Okay, okay. Oh yeah, how was the game? You gotta give us like the battle report here, the after action. I'll have to highlight on these shields. Dental surgery yesterday afternoon. Realized I'd be soft foods only for a day. Soft thing even close to breakfast. I have his fudge. That's incredible. Do you have a blender? Make yourself milkshakes all day. Third season for Christmas, and you got a cold. Guess putting them together made my fever dreams all night. Oh no. That's amazing. You just had fever dreams of playing the game. Iron Hand Saturnine Dread is almost impossible to kill. Quishy, what Legion were you playing? Because Thousand Suns can kill one of those in one squad shooting. Thousand Suns are the kings of killing dreadnoughts. Man, it's great to be here. Great to be chilling with you guys. I have a blender at the moment. I think that, yeah. That's incredible. Oh, you're playing as Mechanicum. Yeah, Mechanicum probably struggle a bit. They definitely lack like the high strength shooting. Did you have fun? Was that it's the important thing, right? You got socks and pet toys. I'm really learning into wanting the grandkids bit. I don't know. I'm sorry. This just might be our day doing this this highlighting here. 4 Darkfire can shoot. Yeah, yeah. You know, the best thing is probably just to ignore it. Saturnine Dreads aren't very killy as far as dreadnoughts go, and most of the time they just blow themselves up. So. Yeah, lessons learned, right? Very tough wisdom tooth removal. To live on soft foods and liquids for a week. My go-tos were mashed potatoes, chocolate, peanut butter, banana shakes, and smoothies. Yeah. Yeah, milkshakes and mashed potatoes. That's where it's at. Protein shakes, too, you know. So you find a wife, I'm happy to oblige. Oh, no. Not even married, and she's going on about grandkids. That's rough, buddy. Thalax with the special weapons feel good. Yeah, Thalax are good. Thalax are really good. Ursarax are also really good. Some Vortex into it, yeah. Look at me! Oh, where am I looking? And whips? Alright, Mydro. Oh, you got your, that's your blood bowl here. Yeah, so I've been really busy between family sickness and then holiday stuff in general. It's been a while. I haven't been super active. Bitter Bay crackers, nice. The mummy. The green and yellow is always a great combination of colors, though. Looking real good, Mydro. Nice. Is that Sarah Elizabeth with the... Is that a Gorkanaut? Is that what it is? Oh my goodness. What a massive mini. I did see the Panzer III. Yeah, it's great. What scale is that? Is that for like? Is that for bolt action? Is that to scale with bolt action, or is that? It looks a little smaller. I don't know. I know Panzer threes are small tanks though. 156. Okay. Okay. I have to admit, guys, I've been playing War Thunder. I haven't played in a few days now because I've been out of town, but I a little like War Thunder binge, and so okay, bolt action aren't true 156. Okay, gotcha. I know that the some bolt action minis are a little out of scale. Like the tanks and the infantry are kind of out of scale with each other, right? But I was having a lot of fun with War Thunder. I play. I have American planes, and then I have German tanks. That was what I was doing. I do enjoy the tank battles a lot more in that game, though, than the planes. Starlit, welcome in. Starlit Misfits here. I'm going to write your name down for the giveaway here in a minute. We're just doing some highlights on these breachers that I have. Yeah, Happy New Year. Hope you guys are excited for what the new year entails. I don't remember all of my New Year's resolutions from this past year, but I do remember two of them. And I'm happy to say that I completed both of them. So, or I was successful on both of them. I don't know, completed is the right word. Red Georgian wine to enjoy at home in peace. Nice. Alright. That's a way to celebrate New Year. But one goal was to paint more terrain. Just to kind of fill up my collection. I did. We printed and painted that Prospero terrain. So I was really happy about that. And the other one was to go to the gym regularly, which I've been going. I mean, this past like week and a half has been pretty miserable, but yeah, started going 3 days a week, and I'm going 5 days a week when I'm on my actual schedule here. John, you want taken off the? Yeah, I'll get you off the list here. All right, we're doing two giveaways. I will show you guys. So this giveaway is just a little bit different. I'm going to give away two minis today, so two people will win. But these are minis you guys have already seen. So there were a couple times this this year we did giveaways and people didn't claim their prize, and so we're going to give these away, and one of them I have to finish the basing on still, but one of them is this Cursed City miniature, and I kind of have to finish the basing on her, but we painted this Cursed City miniature to give away, and the person never responded, never found them, they never messaged me about their winnings, so I figured I'd just kind of keep it to the end of the year, but we'll give away this one. And then the other one was same situation, is the other Warhound Dreadnought. We painted a pair of these, and so I'm going to give away the other one. So that's what we're going to give away. 2026 I hope is good. Bestie's getting married. You're maid of honor. Oh, cool. Looking like Nashville for Bachelor Weekend. Dang. I just drove through Nashville yesterday. Traffic wasn't bad for once. Nashville's always horrible with traffic. All right. Yeah, thank you, Big Papa. Yeah. 2025 has been awesome. Probably the best year. That's great to hear. 2025 overall, I don't think it was a great year for me. For a lot of reasons, but mainly I think it's just the family home expenses with the crazy stuff that happened with our house has been absurd. Um, and kind of messes up a budget when you have to spend a whole bunch of money frequently for random emergency expenses, And we save for those things and we budget for those things, but when they happen a whole bunch, it's difficult to deal with. So, family goal this coming year is to rebuild the savings a bit and hopefully not have as many natural disasters hit our house. Is their winner able to choose the reward? I'm going to draw them one at a time, and I think I'll just I'll draw for one first and the other second. So I'm going to say no, they won't choose. I'll have two names, and if I'd say you win what you win. If you happen to know the other person that won, and you want to communicate and trade, then that's between you guys, but. I don't want people to feel bad to where they feel like they have to trade because someone else wants the other thing, and I don't want you to, have the mindset of like, oh, I could have had something else, that was better. So, enjoy the free painted mini. Put it on a shelf if you want. Is it a Warhound? No, it's a Warhound Titan. It's an old 40k epic scale Titan. It's a Forge World one. Can we talk about Huron Blackheart and the leaks? Yeah, what do you guys want to talk about? Oh, I know something we can talk about. Guess who was right? Guess who was right? Who has two thumbs and was right? This guy. Not up there, over back here. Yeah. I called it where it was the 500 Worlds Titus was the name of the first one, and the other ones were going to be named something completely different. And I had people telling me that they're all going to be 500 Worlds, and it's going to be centered around the 500 Worlds, because why would they put two titles for something that's going to be once? But, yep, I didn't think they could make 3 campaign books or 4 campaign books out of just 500 Worlds stuff, so... Hey, Magical Banana, thank you so much, and welcome in. How are you doing? Bob Kelso, wow. That's a reference I haven't heard in a while. Did he used to say that? I haven't seen that show in so long. I put 5 Meltabombs in his Vindicator? That's great. Did it blow up the Vindicator? New York for sure is for sure happening. Probably, yeah. Yarks. I think that they're gonna do an Armageddon book. I think that's gonna be one of the books, and that might be one where Leman Russ comes back. T Slayer, welcome in. Magical Banana, yeah, I'm painting Thousand Suns. Nice. Hey, if you're a subscriber on YouTube, Magical Banana, I will enter you in for this giveaway. Completely free giveaway. I'll show you here in a second. We are giving away this Cursed City mini that I painted. One of these characters from Cursed City. That was a fun mini. And also giving away this old 40k epic scale Warhound Titan. So, just some fun minis to give away here. Doesn't give a crap about his tag. Oh, jeez. Peter, welcome. He was supposed to have been killed off screen. Yeah, they can never do that. He's too popular. That's the thing. these names down here. Yeah, the Warhound is super cool. Yeah. What's your lore for your Thousand Sons? Oh, I don't have like specific extra lore for my Thousand Sons. She does kind of look like a navigator. I think I did give away a navigator earlier this year. Um, yeah, I kind of just fit my Thousand Sons into into the battle. I'm not like a big. I'm really like bad about coming up with stories and stuff. So I typically leave that to other people. But I do have about 10,000 points of painted Thousand Sons. So I have a pretty sizable collection. And if you guys are on YouTube, you probably have seen my Thousand Sons guides, which I have not posted in like a month, and I need to get back into. But this whole month has been a wild ride of everything. So yeah, the Warhound would be really cool for a diorama. I agree. I agree. Yeah, it was Forge World Resin. That Warhound. It was really cool. It was a pack of two. We gave away. We did a giveaway for both of them a few months ago, and someone didn't claim that one, so we're gonna give that one away today. 1,000 Suns for a first army. That's so cool. For 40k though, right? Not the super cool 30k Thousand Suns. They look very pretty. Thank you, Peter. I appreciate that. You guys are always so kind. These, oh my lord, these minis take forever to highlight. So I have 5 of these guys at this point where I was going to highlight this color today. I have 15 total Breacher. These are not the new Breacher minis, guys. These are not the new set. So if you're wondering, those are Mark III. And they're all plastic. These are plastic Mark II minis with some 3D printed shields. And bolters and shoulder pads, and some of them with helmets. So I wanted to do something with my Mark IIs, and I don't have any Breachers yet in my army, so I was like, yeah, I'll get some of these Mark IIs. I still have like 10 extra Mark IIs I haven't even assembled yet. Just waiting for something to do with them. And I do have a finished. I'll show you guys a finished Marine here. Just a second. If you want an example of how my minis look. Scorpius feels way less power. Yeah, Scorpius was terrible. That mini is terrible anymore. I have used that Scorpius in maybe 4 games, and I don't think it has killed one mini in the 4 games I've brought it. It's so hard to get shots on target with it. And yeah, it just doesn't, it's just like super anemic, the damage that it deals. Yeah, it definitely was a menace. Yeah, yeah. People called it the Friend Maker in 2nd edition. So we came up with a plan as a family on what we're doing for New Year's this year, and we're staying home. It's just the 3 of us chilling, and my son wanted to watch Lord of the Rings to bring in the new year, which is, you know, possibly the greatest thing I could ever hear. And he wanted to put Legos together. He got a bunch of Lego sets for Christmas. We want to put some Legos together, and he wanted to paint minis. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a table in our living room. And we're going to set up a table in front of the couch. We're going to put some paints down, and all 3 of us are going to paint, and my son's going to put Legos together and stuff while Lord of the Rings plays. and we're gonna eat some snacky foods for dinner and stuff. Snacky-ish foods, I guess, but um, yeah. I'm gonna air fry some chicken wings though, because that sounds amazing. But yeah, yeah, it is like dream come true for New Year's Eve, right? And we're gonna make some fancy non-alcoholic beverages. So, what we're gonna do? Your boss is late. Oh, that stinks. Yeah, painting wife got full 2 weeks, so this is week 2 of her break, which was really nice. What really stunk is that her first day of break, she had that stomach virus, and it just kind of messed up like the whole flow of everything. I assume there's no hangout. Yes, yeah, there's no hangout this week. Yep. Yeah, we'll be with the family brain in the new year. At that point, I'll be, I don't know, knee deep in the two towers at that point. Sous vide some wings and deep frying it. Whoa, that's crazy. That's cool. That's really cool, Mydro. I have never sous vide anything, but I have a friend that would do that with like everything. Everything he cooked, he would just sous vide it, and it was really cool. I did get a Ninja Creamy for Christmas. That was my like big Christmas gift I got from the family, and yeah, it's really cool. We've made ice cream twice with it. I have 4 containers. We made new containers last night. We made up the ice cream so that's freezing. It needs like about 24 hours to freeze. And then tonight we're going to make our next batch of ice cream. So we're going to enjoy some healthy ice cream. Hard to mess up. Yep. Yep. Yeah, it does all the things, right? It's great. I think I finished this, dude. So take a quick break. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Hey, Curb said his girlfriend got him a Stompa for Christmas. This is his first time working on something that big. Are there any tips that might help? You guys have some helpful advice for working on big minis? I would say you can assemble the thing. Maybe keep its arms separate. Try to find like pieces with a lot of I guess like under parts or whatever to keep separate. Might help you with the brush. But really, maybe like don't focus on rushing it, or don't like look toward the end goal too early. But when you start painting it, just like try to just one color at a time. Sponging, airbrush, dry brush, spray can, those are all great things. Yeah. Yeah, sponging's really good for big minis with a lot of panels like that. But if you want to manage your sanity, my advice would be pick a color, or kind of plan out the colors you're going to paint it in kind of a rough order, and then paint one color like an evening or something, or when you get time. Just focus on one color at a time, and when you get that done, just be proud that you got a color done, and then move on to the next color, which is kind of advice for painting any mini, but extremely relevant when you're painting a lot or painting something really big. You got Enforcers for Christmas. Nice. Warcom released By the Numbers article. Yeah, I saw that By the Numbers article. I thought it was pretty funny. They normally don't talk about most popular things. I thought it was interesting that Cathay was super popular. Like, Age of Sigmar didn't seem like it had any kind of hits this year. The Big Vampire Dragon was really popular. It was one of their like highest voted minis of the year, but yeah, it seems like Heresy, the Old World, and this 40K obviously really had the spotlight this year. My painter hobby tool set and a SATA adapter for my spare SSD and my unused tower. Nice, very nice. The struggle with is getting a clean, smooth coat without it looking splotchy. You got to thin your paints. Thin your paints more. Focus on multiple thin coats. Even if it doesn't cover that first coat, come back with the second pass and move your brush in a different direction, like perpendicular directions, right? Any of the Dark Water minis? I think they were. I think there was one of the Dark Water Nurgle characters was up there. Dragon almost made you play Cathay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Cathay Dragon is so good looking. And they're going to have more, too. They're going to have more of those. It's going to be great to see. Terabyte of storage for STLs. Nice. That's what you need, man. That's definitely what you need for STLs. My 3D printer is down. I haven't been able to fix it. Haven't had time to get in and really do the work to fix the thing. So, yeah, I think one of the big Nurgle characters was one of the top minis of the year. Let's do the shields on everybody first, then we come back, do the other stuff. Break it up a little bit. You don't think the bus? Oh no. Oh no, Quishy, what do you do? I don't know how public transit works. Hey Zen, what's going on, man? 56 months. My oldest subscriber here, and also mod. What's going on, Zen? How you doing? First time I heard someone suggest painting perpendicular. Yeah, because if you just paint one way, you kind of create the grain, right? And if you keep doing that, you might miss spots. If you paint perpendicular, right, you'll kind of fill in those gaps a little better. Not a guarantee, but it does help. New pics of 3 of my top mini painting projects. Oh, cool, very cool. Good deal. Master of Friendship and Sunshine, yeah. And karate for everyone. Okay, we'll just do these shields first. These minis are going to take forever. I got a couple minis base coat. I got the airbrush out for like the first time in 2 weeks, guys. This has been... It's been a weird time. Another 15 minutes. Okay. Hopefully it's not too cold. Man, that stinks. That really stinks. Your city's just like, we're done running buses for the rest of the year. Yeah. I hope your holiday was good, Zen. Seems like you had a good time. Printer's messing up. Can't print tall prints. Oh, jeez. What is going on? Yeah, I think next week I'm gonna take some time and do some repairs on my printer. Nice and relaxed. That's good. Not as cold as I thought. Good deal. I imagine it's pretty cold where you are. It's Latvia, right? Is that right, Quishy? Software acting up. Mine, it's not a software. I think it's a hardware issue. And I need to just like open up my printer, and I just gotta pull some pieces off and clean them and everything. I think it'll be good. Pics and finished photos. Nice. Nice. -9 Celsius if I don't feel it. Oh, okay. Wow. Wow. In Poland, around the 24th, it was -10. Jeez. That's crazy. It's been pretty cold here. I don't know how it translates into Celsius, but we're at like 29 degrees Fahrenheit, which is just below freezing. So just below 0 Celsius, I guess. Painting Son got a bunch of Nintendo gift cards, which is something he really wanted. And we found some games. He bought a couple games. He's only spent a couple dollars. They were cheap. Nintendo had a sale, so he got these games even cheaper. But 2 games he got. One was Heroes Hour, which is like a Heroes of Might and Magic-esque game. I've played. I got it recently and played it quite a bit and really enjoy it. But there's that one, which he hasn't played much. It has a learning curve to it. So the other one he got for Nintendo Switch is Vampire Survivors. And he has been playing that game a lot. But we played co-op. Because you can play... they have co-op. I haven't played since they put co-op in the game. But you can play cooperative. And up to like 4 people, I think. But we've been playing co-op on there. It's been a lot of fun. Zen, have you played any more Total War? No, but casually playing at Mega Bonk? Alright, alright. Oh, you got a bus. Nice, squishy. Good, good. I gotta take a look at some pictures, don't I? Mega Bonk is crazy good. Wow, alright. But grindy. Yeah. Ball X Pit. I know Zen's been playing a lot of he played a lot of Ball X Pit. And a historical mindset. I watched a lot of historical movies, videos, bold action. Yeah, yeah, nice. Yeah, like I said, I was playing War Thunder a bit. Central gave Total War a chance last week, not gonna lie. DLC situation makes me want to walk away. Oh yeah? What about the deal? Just like so many DLC or what? My advice, because I've been playing Warhammer Total War since it came out. The first one came out. So like, when you have every 3 months, every 4 months, every 6 months a DLC coming out, you don't see the like build up of 50 DLC or whatever they have. But my advice to anyone getting into the game, Cultured American, welcome in, and hello, and thank you for the sub. Welcome. I'm gonna write your name down for the giveaway here. Um, it's free if you want 1 and 2. Yeah, but not the. Yeah. So okay. Yeah. Let me get. So the whole situation. All right. So Total War is free. Total War 3 is free if you own 1 and 2. But it's not the full game that's free. What's free is the campaign for the full game, which is like the definitive campaign for all 3 games, which is the Immortal Empires, which is what 99% of people play on that game. It's not like don't bother with the Realm of Chaos campaign. It's not good and it doesn't get updated anymore. So the game itself is the Immortal Empires campaign. Okay. I think you might still have to buy the game to get the factions. It's just the campaign that's free. And that's a recent thing. It was like in December where they're like, yeah, we're just going to let everyone play the campaign for free or have it or whatever. Which is cool. It's nice. It's not, the game is free. It's just, I think it's just the campaign, the big campaign. As far as the DLC goes, and there's a lot, and I understand. A couple things that CA does better than other companies that load their game down with 1,000 DLC. They don't change game mechanics with DLC. So you don't have to buy a DLC to unlock like a full mechanic for a faction. So if you want to play, we'll say like High Elves. High Elves have a couple DLC. They have a whole mechanic of that came out with the latest update where it's like their intrigue at court and there's all this influence that you gather and everything. You don't have to buy the DLC to get that. Yeah, this is not Paradox. The DLC is specifically to unlock characters and units. That's all they are. There's nothing else you get out of the DLC besides characters and units. Hey, Big Papa, thank you for gifting that sub. I appreciate that. Mydro, there you go. No more ads. Yep, you don't have to get your Ozempic ads. That's crazy. What I recommend if you get into Total War Warhammer, because it's going to be like this for 40k, guys. I'm just telling you. The DLC is going to work in a similar fashion with 40k. And hopefully it's not like less consumer friendly. I don't know. We'll see. But pick a faction you like that you want to play. And buy the DLC for that faction and play that faction. And if you want to try a different faction and just don't buy the DLC for it. Okay, Quishy, you are in Latvia. Okay, sweet. I thought I remembered that. You don't really have to buy the DLC for the faction to play it unless it's like a faction that only comes in a DLC. So, you want to play High Elves, just play High Elves. I will tell you that Teclis is one of the basic, like, High Elf Lords. He's one that starts. There's no DLC for him or anything. His campaign is insane. It's bonkers. And you don't even need DLC to play his campaign with as crazy as it is. It just got a huge update that was just free. And he's a one-man army that just throws spells and like kills everything. It's wild. And a lot of fun. You don't need any DLC to play that. You just need game 2 that has the High Elf faction that gives you the Lord. There's also a ton of free DLC, and hopefully you get those. I don't know what the process is with getting those anymore. But yeah, you should get factions like Bretonia and a ton of like lords for other factions and stuff that are just straight up free. A lot of the best Skaven units are locked. Yeah, there's one specific Skaven DLC that has all the best units, and it's the one with Ikit Claw. I can't remember what DLC that is, but it has all the war machines, the good war machines and stuff. Yeah, Steam sales are another great one. They're normally 50% off. You can find almost all those DLC 50% off. And I think the Steam sale's still going on. Hey, Wandering Picked. Welcome. Also, if you want a faction, I think there are 2 So there are whole factions that are just DLC for them. Um, well, let me get Wandering Picked in here. Wandering Picked 2, you are in the giveaway. Welcome in. How are you doing today? And happy New Year's Eve. Wood Elves are a DLC faction. Big Papa, if you like Wood Elves, I highly recommend it because Wood Elves are great. Wood Elves are a DLC faction. They have one extra DLC that gives you, in my opinion, the coolest characters, which the coolest legendary lore, which are the Sisters of Twilight and Ariel. So you get some. I don't know if Ariel was free or if she's part of the DLC. You want to go home now? I'm sorry. Won't be very long. My friend's place still. Oh, very nice, very nice. Yeah, no problem at all. We're just painting. I got you in on the giveaway, so when the giveaway does happen, if you win, I'll let you know. The Elf Kami Sisters, yeah. Sisters of Twilight are wild. They're a really cool campaign, though. You already got, yeah, Lizardmen are just part of Game 2. They're one of the Game 2 factions. And as far as getting Game 1 and 2, Game 1 and 2 are just DLC for Game 3, guys. That's all they are, with just 4 additional factions in each one. They are the best DLC you can buy for Game 3. I am painting some Thousand Suns Breachers. So these are like Tactical Marines, except they carry giant boarding shields. So, very cool. But we're just doing our highlights on these over the red, which is taking forever. So that might honestly be just what we do today, is just highlight the red. These are just temporary bases, that's all. I have bases already painted and made up for them. I paint the minis separate from the bases, and I glue them to their bases when everything's done. That's why. Some other great campaigns as far as DLC factions go. Beastmen are one of the most fun campaigns you can get. And they are a DLC faction, and they have one additional DLC with Taurox, the Brass Bull, and a couple other units. These are not the new Breachers. These are Mark II, plastic Mark IIs with some 3D printed shields. That's what these are. And another great DLC faction that doesn't have any additional DLC are Tomb Kings. And Tomb Kings seem like they'd be super boring, but they play a lot different. Same with the Beastmen. The Beastmen have a really cool like campaign. Oh, my bad. Thank you. And yeah, both those factions play like a really unique campaign that are a lot of fun. Yeah, and you can play as Cetra when you're playing Tomb Kings, which is amazing. You playing getting the new box set? I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to. The next Terminators I want to buy are Tartarus, so I'm kind of waiting on new Tartarus to come out. I don't need another Leviathan. And I have 15 Breachers to paint anyway that I made myself, and I don't want more than that. So I am kind of set on everything in that set. When does the Anime Horse Girl DLC come out for Warhammer 3? Asking for Zen. That's a good question. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what faction would be closest to Anime Horse Girls, but I can't think of one. Excited to get more Bold Action stuff. Nice. Bold Action's been making a big resurgence, it seems like. Beastmen. Yeah, Beastmen. That's right. Beastmen are the Anime Horse Girls. That's true. We'll get Zen the Beastmen DLC. Yeah, but seriously though, you can play a full campaign with no issues in Total War Warhammer with no DLC. There is a ton of stuff in that game. And the game doesn't even like, they don't even like push the DLC on you. The only thing that you'll probably notice is if you like you'll see all the DLC units and characters in the game. But when you build a building, it doesn't even give you the option. Like it doesn't even show like the units in your like recruit screen or whatever. And it's like DLC to recruit. It doesn't do that. It just doesn't show them. So you would have no idea that there are DLC units to buy playing a campaign. The only thing that gives it away is when you're fighting against an enemy. Say like the same faction. Say you're playing High Elves, and you play against another High Elf faction. You don't have the newest DLC. Well, they might have the stupid the Eagle Chariots and the Ship's Company and stuff. They'll have those, and you'll fight against them, and then that'll be it. Or if you confederate a faction that has DLC units in it, you will actually get those units, and you can use those units. You just can't build more of them. So I played a High Elf campaign recently. I don't have the most recent DLC, and I was able to use the units when I confederated Aislinn as the new character. He was even in the game. I may not have been able to re-recruit him, but yeah. Mr. Pink, how you doing, Mr. Pink? Yeah, I love Total War games. So a lot of hype going on. Yeah, make sure you look for the free content for the game too, because there is a ton of free content out there. Just new lords, new heroes, factions, races, all kinds of stuff like that. Oh, good. Like, watch the paint while I get a view of the mains look. Man, thank you. I appreciate that. Hope you're having a great day. Mr. Pink, if you're a follower of the channel, I got you in on the giveaway. All you have to do is follow and comment, and you get free entry on the giveaway. And I have some minis I painted that I'm going to send to people completely for free. No charge. Just a couple random minis. We're doing 2 giveaways today. I haven't played Manor Lords. No, I haven't played since the big update recently.
First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your home.
Hey, thanks, Mr. Pink. Thank you for the follow. And yeah, you sir, are in the giveaway. Or ma'am. Can't really check. Yeah, Manor Lord's a fantastic game. I was airbrushing this morning before stream, trying to get some things ready. So I got a couple things primed. I'll show you guys here what I got kind of primed and base coated. I think about Total War is Vampire Coast and Tomb Kings never got set. Yeah, well, they're getting a DLC, right? This End Times DLC that's coming out this summer is for all the undead factions. Vampire Counts, I played a Vampire Counts campaign recently, and man, are they dated. For a base game core faction, they only have 1 DLC out of everything. 1 DLC, and it was the first DLC for the game. It is by far the worst DLC that exists. It's the one with Helman Gorst is the legendary lord. You get like corpse carts and mortis engines, which are great units, but still, it's a god awful DLC, and that's all they got. So I'm happy the undead factions are about to get some love with Nagash. That game's about to be like turned on its head too. It's gonna be nuts. Hopefully this summer. That's when it's supposed to release. $10 DLCs, but yeah. I think it comes down to a lot of like popularity too. High Elves and Skaven were those were each some of the most popular factions in Warhammer Fantasy by the end of it. So they had a ton of units, ton of characters. They just had a ton of stuff. So, hey, Raja, what's going on? Guess who's back? Back again. Painting Dad's back. Tell a friend. Yeah, the Vampire Counts play style feels like you're playing a Game 1 race, which is crazy. When you compare that to any of the other Game 1 races. You think like dwarves are super modernized, the Empire, you have greenskins are all super modernized. Like it's just, yeah, and you have Vampire Counts that are just so boring. Which, as my favorite faction in all of Warhammer Fantasy, is a little disappointing. But their time is coming. Oh, I've worked today. Nice. You got a 222. Is that a SDK I've said? Is that what that is? 222. That's cool. Cool little car. Man, I don't play Total War now. I think I have well over 1,000 hours between the 3 games, but definitely not in any one game. I don't think I broke 1,000. So, World Eaters Proxy. No, these are Thousand Suns. These are 30k Thousand Sun breachers. And before anybody else asks, these are not the new plastic breachers. These are Mark II Marines with 3D printed breacher shields. I'll show you guys. Once I finish this mini, I'll show you guys some stuff here I've been working on. I'll give you a finished example of my Thousand Suns. Look for Thousand Suns. Hey, good win. Thank you. Working on basing mine this holiday. Oh, hey, you gotta show me some pictures. Good one. What you got? An entire infantry section with that cannon. Oh, that's super cool. Yeah, I understand you feel like you're done, right? You finish painting mini, you feel like you're done. You gotta find something like a quick way to base your minis. What I do is I keep my bases separate from my actual minis, and I'll show you here. And I have a bunch of these painted up. So these are my bases. It's a 3D printed topper. And then when these guys are painted and varnished, I'll pop them off and I'll glue them on the base, and then I do some weathering. And this is a finished example of a Thousand Suns Tactical Marine. So he's on his base here, and that's it. So and as far as, let's see, get you over there. I base coated this guy. This is the base coat for this color. See how that changes? It's crazy. This is a Centurion with twin lightning claws. that I have. Really excited to paint this. This clear paint needs like 24 hours to cure, and then I have to varnish it twice, and then I can paint over it because it reactivates and everything. It's crazy. But this is the new Centurion model. I have 2 of them, so I gave 1 lightning claws. But that's what I got that guy painted. I have these spirit hosts that I assembled, and I'm going to be painting. I'm going to paint these tonight with my family while we're watching Lord of the Rings. So I got 3 of these. So I put them on square bases. So for my old world army, got some more ghosts. A little bit of Zenithal highlight action there. New printed stuff with import tax, postal code starts costing GW. Yeah. I 3D print my own pieces, so I don't, it's super cheap for me. It's just a headache a lot of the time. Also, this guy. This is one of the new Barrow Knights, but they work really well as Black Knights, and I love this banner mini. These minis are so good looking. But I primed him today. And then, last but not least, I have a couple of extra Saturnine Dreadnought weapons that are magnetized. So I have this, I can't remember, inversion beamer, and then this like graviton cannon here. So I'm gonna paint these sometime and put them on my Saturnine, who currently has 2 disintegrator cannons, and they're so bad. Those weapons are so bad. So, yep. And then I did 3D print some undead minis. I found these STLs. Look at this. It's Vlad. It's Vlad von Karstein. Isn't it great? He's got the big ring and everything. So I got a Vlad von Karstein mini. If I want a vampire on foot. Cannot help but listen to Dr. Dre when I'm painting weapons. Okay. So I got this guy, and then I also have, he's got separate stabs and stuff, but this is Kimmler. There's a skull staff that he has. He's got a sword in his other hand. But, yeah, clear some of these supports and stuff and clean them up. But, yeah, really cool STLs. So this is in case I need another Necromancer. Paint as blood dragons in your Thousand Suns colors. Oh, love it. Very nice. That's really cool. Alright, let's continue. I've got 3 more dudes to get these highlights. Yeah, and also, Goodwin, if you are subscribed to the YouTube channel there, I can enter you into the giveaway. We're giving away a couple painted minis, so this one I had to finish the basing, but this is a character from Cursed City. Really cool, like, priestess character that we're giving away, and then we're also giving away this epic 40k Warhound Titan that I painted. So these are giveaways I did earlier in the year, and these 2 specific ones were never claimed. So I'm gonna re-give them today. So we're gonna do at the end of stream. So those are something you want a chance to win one of those. You just have to follow or subscribe on your respective streaming platform, and then make a comment and get a free entry. Tuvon, thank you for subscribing. Welcome, and how you doing today? How was your Christmas? Okay, so we got the shields on everybody. We're just getting the next stage here. Gotta be honest, these breachers are not my favorite to paint. It was good. Bunch of LARP gear. Oh, cool. Alright. Very nice. Sounds like good Christmas. I spent the weekend with some family and ate way too much Way too much food. Shield Metallic, or will there be some Egyptian? I'll have transfers on it. Yeah, I'll end up doing transfers. Some kind of Thousand Suns transfer. Just need to see what fits. It's a good question, though. I don't want to forget about that. Made gumbo for Christmas this year. Off the chain. Oh, sweet. That's awesome. I made... All right. Oh, some of you guys might know what these are. Some of the Europeans here. I made a dessert Christmas cookie for the painting wife. This was her birthday on Christmas Eve, and there was a particular type of cookie we used to eat every single year. There's actually a Hungarian church would make these. That's like local to us. And we would order a bunch of them. We'd eat a bunch of them. That's what we would do. Well, ever since she developed a lot of various food allergies, haven't been able to eat them. So we haven't had them in years. Well, I decided this year, I was like, you know what? I'm going to make them. And so I made kiflis, which are a Hungarian Christmas cookie. That it's hard to describe. Like, it's kind of like a mini nut roll, if you guys are familiar with nut roll. So it's got like a walnut, like ground walnut kind of like sweet paste, and then almost like a Christmas sugar cookie on the outside that it's like rolled in. And you bake them, and they get like just a little crispy. But yeah, they're super good, and it tastes like Christmas to our house because we used to eat them every year. So I made them. I made them on, was it Christmas Eve? It may have been Christmas Eve. Those are illegal in most places. Oh, okay. So it was Christmas Eve. I made them, and I was like, you know what? I had to make from scratch a lot of stuff. So like I had to make sour cream, like vegan sour cream, which is wild. It was cashews, and some stuff, but so we're like, well, we're just gonna make a double batch, and we're just gonna make a bunch of kiflis, and because if I'm gonna do the work, I'm gonna make a bunch of them. Well, I roll out the dough, and you portion it into like a dough ball, into multiple dough balls, then you roll them out, and you roll the cookies and everything. We call those lazanki. Is that how you pronounce that? Common food all across the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Oh, yeah. That's awesome, Peter. Yeah. That's really cool. There we go. Yep. The Europeans know what's up. So I'm like, yeah, I'll make a double batch. I portioned out this dough. There was so much dough. And I had like 12 like balls of dough that I ended up with. And I rolled out 2 of them, and each like dough ball makes 8 kiflis, and there's 3 of us in this house. Yeah, so I made 16 kiflis. I put two of the dough balls in the fridge and the rest in the freezer. And then the day after Christmas, I made the other another batch of 16, another 2 dough balls. And I took them to my family out of state. So, yeah, and it was kind of funny because my family has never heard of these. This is, my wife's side that knows what these are. Well, my mom tried them, and she brought up that I've heard apricot is a really popular filling form. Yeah, I've heard that, Peter. That's really cool. My mom said when she was a kid, they used to go to a German bakery and they had something like that she would eat, and she hasn't had those since she was a kid. I was like, yes, just getting all the nostalgia for everybody. It was good. The Keithleys were a solid win. So yeah, I have a whole bunch of Keithley dough just chilling in the freezer to just pull out and bake Keithleys whenever I want. It's exciting. Yeah, they taste almost like a sugar cookie. It's wild. Like, I could probably just make those into sugar cookies, that dough on its own. But it was worth it. Painting Life was very happy with them. She loved them. And they were completely allergen free for her, so. But may compromise on the taste some. But they turned out really good. Yeah, thank you. One of my prouder Christmas gifts.
Look at me!
Where am I looking? Let me know. Nostalgia is the essence of Christmas. Yeah. Well, I baked them. So, Joseph, I baked them for my wife. Because she has the allergies. But I brought some to my mom, who lives out of state. So I visited my parents out of state this weekend. So I baked some and brought them to her, and she really liked them. Yeah, it apparently brought back memories I didn't know existed. So, and whips. All right, Tuvon, let's go check out the whips. And then Misfit. Is that Starlit Misfits got their top 3 minis this year? Yeah, all right. Looking good. I love the Solar Ox Gene Stealer Colts. Oh, Hellchorn has a Mega Desk going on. Mega Desk situation. Very nice. Oh, and Salamanders. Very nice, Tuvon. You had started Salamanders a while ago, right? And you're just kind of moving on with them? Is that what's going on? Also, Joseph McRoberts, if you are a subscriber to the YouTube channel, I will get you entered in to the giveaway. We got quite a few names going, but we'll do the giveaway here in about an hour. Get that together. The models haven't done much paint due to the holiday. Yeah, that's fair. Let's put some more white gold down. Moving a little slow. I have not been painting much over the holidays, so nice to get back into it. I need to set up some games so I have some motivation to paint some of my stuff. Or LARP Chowder 1,000 Suns comic over Christmas. Yeah, that's what Sarah Elizabeth was saying. They got the one into some 40K stuff, which is really cool. Another thing I got for Christmas is a sketch pad and some pencils. And I was thinking of trying to learn how to draw. And trying to, every day do a bit of drawing throughout this next year and see if I just can't, learn something new. But that'd be fun. Working on Wraithguard Eldar Army. I've been painting like crazy. Oh, that's super cool. Yeah. Very cool. Eldar are always really cool looking. Even if they get a lot of somewhat well-deserved hate in the game, because Eldar seem to always be broken like 60% of the time. But yeah, I'm excited to kind of learn how to draw. I was doing a little bit of drawing practice, and the pencil set I have comes with some cool tools in it that help you, like like you use some different techniques when you draw. So I was messing around with like this little thing that like helps you shade and like work on like lighting and stuff, which is really fun. No, Culture American, no. That will never happen. 60% of the time they're broken all the time. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll do some drawings on stream one day. Like actual sketching or something. Race definitely aren't busted. Yeah, yeah. They were busted at the beginning of the edition. But I don't know. Who cares if they are? Have fun with them and paint them, even if they are. But restart my whole computer to get the internet. Oh, jeez. That stinks, Raja. Glad you're back. Okay, we'll call that guy. Have me draw Primarchs. Oh, man. Okay, 2 more these guys to get this color going, and then I think transfers might be the next thing we do here. Yeah, that might be it. So the last minigame I played this year was the Old World. I took my vampire accounts to a tournament, a little Christmas charity tournament, and 1-2 drew 1, got 2nd overall, and 1 best sportsman. So, pretty solid result for some final games this year. Especially for a game, I have played a total of 5 Old World games this year, including the 3 at that tournament. So I barely knew what I was doing. I was trying to read my rulebook and stuff like the day before, trying to get my rules together and stuff. But I've been playing mini games a lot, so for many years, a lot of similar ideas. When you play one game, you know, you kind of learn all the techniques and feel good though. You know, there were four available awards in that game. Excuse me. Where do you comment? You already commented. You're good. You're good. And I was kind of joking that I was my goal is to get all 4 of them. So there was best general, best overall, best sportsman, and best painted, or best army. It wasn't best painted. It was best army. And the guy that won best army had made a Beastman army out of, it was 3D printed like cows and pigs, and that was his army. And it was an ogre army. It was an ogre kingdom's army that was just like cows and pigs, and he won. Apparently he got voted best army. But the fact that I could win 2 games and have a really close game and win best sportsman, I was really happy with. So Firefighter charity one, or is this a different one? I don't remember a firefighter charity. It was kind of like a toys donation one. I don't remember if it was for a specific firefighter charity or what. And thinking into the new year, since that's, obviously the theme for the day, what do we do? What do we do in the new year? What's a goal? What's a goal we have? I did pretty good accomplishing some goals this past year. As far as hobby goals, I'm kind of at a loss for hobby goals. Video about a Christmas fundraiser event for firefighters. Oh. Yeah, so we did I'm trying to think which one that was. Okay, yeah, so I did an event with him, with Imperial Truth, and that was or he was in. We did it was Thanksgiving. So it was a Thanksgiving like food drive event, and so we played we played Heresy with that. That was a Horus Heresy event, which was a lot of fun. That moved really quick too. It was great. We had a great group that played in that. You have an old world turning on the 31st. I need to be ready for it. Just learn how to play and double my army size. Oh, dang. What army do you have, Curb? What are you going to play? Get a game of 40k once a month. Gotta make all the plastic crack worth it. Yep. That's good motivation for painting, too, right? That's what's up. That's great. It's a great goal. Great goal. Yeah, would my goal be more gaming? Want to play 10th before 11th comes out? Yeah, 11th is coming out this year, guys. This coming year, so... Find patience for edge highlighting at 31 years old this year. Yeah. You got it. You got a Velocity Raptor. Edge highlighting is really scary. And it's really time consuming. Once it clicks in your brain though, and you get some practice with it, it's just another part of the process. And you'll get there. You just have to do it. Kings of the Colosseum sets. Quick 45-minute 40k game. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Someone offering to loan me 1,000 points of Bretonnians to add to my starter box. Whoa, that's cool. Okay, and Orcs and Goblins are awesome, though. Yeah, I get it. Orcs and Goblins probably have the biggest roster in the game, too. Learning how to glaze. I feel like I stepped up my game. Nice. There we go. I was thinking about painting more Old World minis this coming year. The recent Heresy stuff, like the new Heresy stuff that comes out, like, is that this coming weekend, next weekend, hasn't been like stuff I'm super interested in buying. So I'm not like crazy about buying a bunch of Heresy things. So it might just be I might work on Old World for a bit. I have some minis currently in some simple green. Getting stripped. That will hopefully be paintable soon. They've been sitting there for a week and a half, though. I need to get them out and try to scrub them a bit, but that'd be nice. Just something a little different. Skitaari's so bad. Yeah, I think Skitaari will have their announcement of coming out in the next couple weeks. I will buy that Arcane Journal. Oh man, those Skitaari are really cool. I don't own any Mechanicum, but would that be a good place to start, you know? That set is pretty cool. Okay, we got one more guy here. Stipple effectively. See if my brain can fully understand. Yeah, yep. Those are two big goals. Yeah. Hated painting since high school. Took 15 years to finally be okay with cleanup, color correction. Yeah. Part of painting process. My paint control is not my strength. Yeah. You know, that's fair, Velocity Raptor. You know, I've been in this hobby since I was in middle school. I was like 12 years old when I got my first minis. And I never enjoyed painting. It was always, I painted to put minis on the table, even though most of the time we played with unpainted minis. But I liked having painted minis. So I would paint. Very rarely would I paint for, like, just because. And I'm still like that. You know, my motivation for painting is to play games. At least for my own stuff. So, yeah, it's just, you know, I think the thing that got me into really wanting to improve my painting, honestly, was just sharing my pictures with people, my pictures of my minis with people online. And like the communities I would share in were just like so positive about things that it made me like, that motivated me to paint more, and it made me want to do better. So Lazy highlight clicked for me on cloth details, but still can't. Yeah, armor's hard to highlight though. That's fair. Smooth surfaces are weird. Highlighting them. Old World High Elves, yep. Great model, sadly, they make a very bad army. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, High Elves aren't like fantastic in the game, are they? In Old World. They also have the worst model in the entire setting, which is the Lothern Skycutter. The ugliest thing of any of the Old World miniatures. But I do love High Elves, though. High Elves are really cool. You really scored on the wines? Good wine, yeah. 500 points Orc Speed Freaks I got for Christmas. I have to finish. This is way too long. Yeah. Hey, just keep painting, right? You got this. I never painted the Saturnine Terminators. I started assembling them, and they are just miserable to assemble. And I never cared for the models to begin with. They're probably my least favorite models of the new set. Well, they definitely are my least favorite models in the new set, so I just never mess with them. I might get around to them eventually. You know, I have some people gave me some cash for Christmas, and I have a big gift card to my local store. I was like, man, I could go buy anything I want. You know, I can just go in here and get some stuff, and nothing really appeals to me. And like, I feel like I have this gift card burning a hole in my wallet but I don't have anything I necessarily want to buy. And I was like, I'll paint the stuff I have. I have kind of a whole army I'm stripping to paint more of, and I got these Thousand Suns, so maybe I'll get around to just cleaning up my my backlog, my pile of shame here. Then just kind of go from there. What if a tournament should not consist of 15 parts? Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that. Yeah. Goal next year should be to stop buying more minis until I play with the ones I have. Yeah. Outcome's not looking good. I really want to see Legion-specific plastics for Heresy. I think this is the year that happens. Not that Thousand Suns Legion-specific plastics will come out, but I'm going to try to get back on the Thousand Suns guides for Heresy. Try to release those regularly. See if GW notices me. Just wants to send me some stuff, Just be real cool like that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to minis coming out. I think Old World has some good stuff. I heard Wood Elves are going to be there's going to be a new starter box for the Old World, and it's supposed to be Wood Elves and Tomb Kings is the current rumor, which I'm all about. I want some new Wood Elves, so I might jump into Wood Elves as a faction if get hold of some more minis. But yeah, I'm trying to enjoy what you got. I want to play some video games this year. You guys cool with me streaming some video games? I had a lot of fun playing Total War on stream. Was that like after Thanksgiving or something? I think I was sick. I had a cold. Why did AOS do the tree faction? Yeah. I would buy the tree faction stuff just to have them for my Wood Elves. But I also like the elves more than the trees for the Wood Elf units. The forest spirits are not the coolest thing to me. Yeah. Bob Ross and paint my happy little tree. That's true. That's true. What I've seen people do that I really like with the Dryad minis is they'll put like clump foliage on the branches and make them like actually like blooming, or people turn them into like cherry blossoms or different things like that they do with the trees, which is really cool. Yeah, cherry blossoms would be really cool. Bob Moss. Yeah. Did you upload gameplay videos? Yeah, so what I did, I would love to. I'm gonna go so hard into Total War 40K. It's gonna be ridiculous, and I plan on playing that game a lot. But I did stream a campaign. It should be on YouTube. The upload, the VOD or whatever, of me playing. I played a Nurgle, a Tamarcon campaign. I was sick. I had a cold, and I was like, I don't want to paint, so I decided to play some Total War and, blow my nose every 2 minutes. I was like, I got to play. I'm going to spread the plague. That's how I'm going to do it. So, since your worlds are painted in the autumn theme, I've been thinking about little green stuff apples to hang from the. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I love that. I love that idea. Yeah, just doing like old school Let's Plays would be really cool. What else? Centaur minis for Sylvaneth? Yeah, that's true. That might be happening. They gotta phase out all those old Warhammer Fantasy minis in the Sylvaneth army. So the old Dryads and the Treemen in the Sylvaneth are old fantasy minis. Yeah, I did a short campaign victory for Tamurkhan. It was a little dicey there at the end because I was trying to rush it to finish the campaign. But I'd totally play some more. That was a blast. Would watch more Total War and other games? Okay, sweet. Yeah, I assume Total War 40K will be out by the end of next year or the beginning of 27. And then Dawn of War 4 will probably come out this summer. It'll be out way before. So things to look forward to. I'm hoping Dawn of War is good. That's the one I'm more nervous about not being good. It looks really choppy, so hopefully it's just, they need to figure out animations and stuff and smooth things out. But I think they have Pestigors for Nurgle. Yeah. Giving some beastmen some more complete god worshipping rules would be really cool. They did that with the Marauders with the latest book. Alright, I think we got all the silver on these. I think we got it. Let's do this. We'll put this contrast paint on here real quick, and then we'll do transfers. How's that sound, guys? Yeah, I might have to do a little more Total War more frequently. I didn't completely embarrass myself playing a video game, so that felt pretty good. Okay. Well, how about I take a quick break here. I'm gonna grab my my transfer stuff, get some water going, and then I'll be back and we'll do some transfers on these. We'll find some transfers and put them on here. So I'll be back in like 2-3 minutes. All right, I'm back. Okay. All right. So here's how we do transfers. We need a couple things. First of all, I have this little shallow water cup. The water's clean. That cup's just like stained with stuff. So we got that. I'll set that right there so it's in view. We need our transfers. This is remnants of a Forge World transfer sheet I have. It's just like the bottom half, but I'm going to cut out some transfers here. You need a hobby knife, so they're nice and sharp. Old brush, just a small one. I use a pair of precision tweezers. They're really nice, make things a lot easier. And this stuff, this is probably the most important part of it. This is called MarkFit. It's a decal solution. There's also another brand. It's a Microsol and Microset. But MarkFit is the one I use. I have placed thousands of transfers, and you can see how full this container still is. So if you get like an idea of how full that is, right there is about level. So use hardly any of this. This will last a lifetime. So stuff's really good. I'm going to cut out some transfers. So I'm going to do 2. Okay. Yeah, let's do 2 transfers on each shield. I have an idea. It's going to be real simple, but this is what we're going to do. Sorry, the glare probably makes it a little difficult to see, and also they are white transfers. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. Transfer soften. Yes, it does. Yes. Raffle Chard, welcome. Yeah, so especially when you're putting transfers on Space Marines, like on shoulder pads and stuff, you have this issue where the transfer bunches up. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 6 out. Whoops. I can't count. We'll put you over to the side. You get that thing where they crease up and they kind of like fold up on themselves. This fixes that. What it does is it dissolves the plastic backing and leaves just the pigment. Well, let's write some names down. Aslan Grant. If and Raffle, if you're a subscriber on YouTube, your comment, all you have to do is comment and be like subscribed or followed on your respective platform, and I have you entered in to the giveaway. So that's all it takes. So we're just gonna pick these up right here. There's our water, and we'll just set them in the water. They need to sit for a minute or two so that backing separates. So 2 bottles, just 1. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yep. That's the big advantage of MarkFit over Microsol and Microset. It's just one product and it does everything. Everything. All right, got these cut up. Aslan, how you doing? Put these in. Okay. Get our first mini here. Back into painting. New job's been taking everything out of me. Oh, that's too bad. That stinks. Well, hopefully you're able to. Hopefully you find some motivation. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put the Sunburst Star right here on the shield, and the Legion 15 right here. That's the goal. This one flipped over. Come here, you. There we go. Yeah. Everybody gets 1 giveaway entry, whether you're on YouTube or Twitch. You can get an extra one by being a paid Patreon member. As little as $1. And we're giving away 2 minis today. Alright. I think we're about ready to try this. So, we take some of this MarkFit. And we're going to set it on the mini. Try to do this in view here. We're going to grab this, hopefully not upside down. Yeah. I win. Don't react, just ping me on Discord. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I will, yeah, Discord is the best way for me to get a hold of you guys. If you win. So joining the Discord would be great. For a subscription on YouTube or Twitch, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, Raffle. Whatever you prefer. I mean, you're listening on YouTube, so if you just want to subscribe on YouTube, that works. Sure, that's nice and even. Okay, and we'll just let that sit for a bit. We'll get the next one. Yeah, getting to 500 subs on YouTube is a big milestone, though. So if you guys follow on YouTube, that would be, or subscribe on YouTube, that'd be helpful, I guess. Okay. Looks crooked to me.
First of all,
better.
let me take
Looks
just
better.
a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your home.
Alright, thanks for the follow. Tizka Studios? That's awesome. Another Thousand Suns enjoyer. What's going on? And alright, see you, Sarah Liz. Hey, thank you for the sub. Welcome in, Tizka Studios. What an incredible screen name. There we go. We got you. Next one. Finally not a Space Wolf player jumping in my stream. Happens way too often these days. Okay. Here from YouTube, I enjoy your army breakdown videos. Been super helpful. Oh, good. That's good to hear. I plan on getting back into those very soon. So, temporary stop. Holidays and December in general has been really crazy, so. I'm glad those videos are helpful, though. My boring slideshow videos helping somebody. It's great to hear. Been really good for me because it gives me time to just like actually look into everything and go through the thought process of like how things work and read the rules really well. So it's been really good. Oh, thank you. Okay, we got a 15 on there. Let's get this last one. Not boring, very helpful. Thank you. I got Thousand Suns people jumping into my streams. It's great. Guys, my channel is notorious. My Twitch channel is like notorious for just Space Wolf people showing up all the time. It's crazy. 20-man squad, the absolute... Yeah, I love it. I love it, Tiska. That's great to hear. I tried Inductii. I've played Inductii twice. The first time I tried him, I had 3 squads of 10. And they shredded stuff. It was... My opponent was like, what in the world is this... what in the world is this squad? Yeah, they blew up a dreadnought with their rending attacks. They were killing infantry. It was great. Yeah, so we're moving these here. Now, something you can do, you can take a clean paper towel like a Q-tip, and you can kind of absorb the excess water on these. I'm not going to worry about that yet, but typically what you would do then, you would go back through these and you would take another coat of Mark Fit and you just put it over top. I'm going to wait to do that until they dry out just a little bit. I'm going to get these sunburst transfers on here. And then we'll talk about putting that last layer on. It's called the photon thrusters. They're really good. That's cool. Tank video help pick tank. That's awesome. I love it. I'm so happy about that. What's going on? Hey Gemini, how you doing? Okay, so next. It's somewhere right up there. Just place them on here. We can wipe the moisture off our brush. We can absorb some of that. Yeah, simple transfers. They don't need to be anything crazy. I could put a lot of like symbols on them and stuff, but that's good and basic there. Cool. Let's get the next one. Just near me had Saturnine boxes. Correct, so individual items. 12 Saturnine Terminators, 55 by 4. You're getting compassion material. Oh, yeah, dang. Saturnine Terminators are pretty good in 30k proper. They're not like busted or broken or anything, and they're not terrible. They definitely have some weapons that aren't very good on them. But surprisingly balanced. I think 30k in general with 3rd edition has been surprisingly balanced. Especially compared to like 2nd edition or 1st edition where you just had so many like clear choices of absolutely busted or completely worthless. Just about every Legion benefits them. Honestly, like the Legion rules benefit non-vehicle units so well. So the Thousand Suns units get psychic powers, which make them insane. Iron Hands are extra tough. White Scars are extra fast. The Space Wolf ones charge faster, which is really good. Yeah. Better leadership on some of them. Better shooting with bolt weapons. I don't think they have bolt weapons though, so maybe Pyro Fist might not benefit them super well, but. Yeah, the Dreadnought's not very good in my opinion, but the Saturnine Dread. I've also only used it with the Disintegrator Cannons, which are probably the worst weapon you could give it, so... Come here, little transfer. Okay. This one kind of curled up on me. Let's see if we can... uncurl it here. There we go. So we wipe off our brush, absorb the excess moisture, and we move into place. Kibashin to Custodian Telemon. Yeah, they're about the same size. Yeah. There will be a plastic Telemon coming out eventually, though. So I wouldn't be... wouldn't be too eager if you want the actual mini. Okay. Got that. Next one. 25 for 10 is really good, yeah. The Mark II Marines are really cool. What you need to do, Aslan, you need to take that set, buy the extra cheap stuff, and then play 30k. The Ursarax are so cool. Yeah, they're one of my favorite Mechanicum units, and they're so good in 3rd edition. They have Vanguard. Vanguard's tough to get off. Like it's a difficult rule to trigger. But if you can, it's a lot of extra points you get. Vanguard's really good on shooting units that can get it. So it's unfortunate the Ursarax don't really have much in the way of guns, but they're really tough and they put out a lot of damage. Good enough games of 40k, that's true. You play Dark Mech. I'm convinced Dark Mech are coming for Heresy. I'm also convinced they were supposed to be here this past year for Heresy until it was decided that 3rd edition is coming out. Which I think the team had been working on 3rd edition for a while, but I don't think it was supposed to come out as soon as it did. Come on. Come on. Get down there. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Should have unit of assaults with my Myrmidons. Yeah. Oh, Myrmidons are cool. They are very scary. I did have a good moment against Myrmidons with my my Thousand Sons, where I just wiped out a squad in one shot with my tactical support squad. That felt good. Otherwise, they just kill everything, it seems like. Oh no. I done messed up. Okay. So we have these down now. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go through these. Go through the first one I did. We're going to take our Mark Fit and we're just going to put some Mark Fit over here. And it just will dissolve that plastic some more. If you're using normal GW transfers, the plastic will dissolve to a point to where you will never see it. It has like a matte finish. Everything, it looks painted on. The Forge World transfers use a heavier plastic that never quite dissolves 100%, and they always kind of stay there a little bit. But with some varnishes and stuff, they basically go away, and you can't tell. So, and it'll do enough to where, like, if you put transfers on their shoulders, like, it'll melt the pigment into the shoulders and everything just fine. So, not something to worry about. So that's it for the transfers, guys. It's just pretty quick process. You know, the more minis you do, the quicker it goes. I think what I have left to do is just a little bit of dry brushing on some barrels. Maybe we'll do that real quick and then we'll do our giveaway. How's that sound? Added a Thanatar, Tech Priest Magos to my Thousand Sons. That's really cool. Yeah. I have a big Solar Auxilia contingent to mess with my my Thousand Sons. I thought about adding to them, but I have my Prospering Spire Guard that I love. They have the most troll, like, special rule, like Legion Auxilia rule, and I absolutely adore their rule. Or they just make people's head explode when they shoot at them. Against Tal so far? Used to anything I leave out in the open getting shot, yeah. Oh man, alright. Transfers going into, yeah, transfers do work on textured surfaces, but yeah, with the Mark Fit, it depends on how textured. But I think eventually, I think you can make it work. If you spend some time, Curb, like making sure that it's kind of like fitting in the grooves for the most part. You don't want air bubbles under your transfer. The air bubble under the transfer, I've learned, is the one thing that'll like kind of kill the look of the transfer. And that happens more with like large like banner transfers. You have to really make sure that there's no air bubbles underneath. So make sure that it's flat and flush completely against the surface. So if you can do that on the textured surface, then cover it with the Mark Fit. It'll turn out. It should turn out pretty good. And another thing to keep in mind is after 4 or 5 hours, if this dries and it's still not, you still have like ridges or bumps, or it's still not completely dissolved, put more Mark Fit. Just put another coat of Mark Fit on it. Just keep in mind that if you're getting it on the paint, eventually it's going to start getting to the paint. So just being a little careful and gentle with it, and make sure it kind of stays on the transfers and you're not like slopping it all over the painted surface. That's pretty much my advice. But yeah, you can do multiple coats of Mark Fit. Yeah, Velocity Raptor, I have that journal and I love it. I love that story. The research station where they get the Saturnine armor and they just wreck the people coming at him and stuff. So good. Yeah, I'm loving the Arcane journals they've come out with. I like that system. I like it better than the big campaign books. I wish they came out more frequently. I feel like the release on them has been really slow. Especially if they're wanting to do Legion-specific journals. This edition needs to be around for 6 years before they get everybody out. But I was hoping for like one a month or one every other month. Okay, sorry, cleaning up some dried paint in the bottle here. Okay. Just get a little bit of this black brown. This is our color we're using. And I'm just gonna do a little dry brush. Let's get this old ratty brush here. Oh god, shoot down my Dakajet in one shot every time. Oh, that's too bad. That stinks. Thousand Sun throwing up a shield to try and defuse the situation. His White Scar, but he melts the White Scar. Yeah, it's a great story overall, and about how like the Saturnine Dreads, like even when they would like bullets would get through and harm them, there was just a Thousand Sun behind them, just healing them, just knitting their wounds like in real time, while they're trying to kill them. It's so one sided. It felt good. Well, cheated when playing mech without advanced reaction. Yeah, I've heard that is a complaint from mech players. I think the journal coming out for this Skitarii is going to solve a lot of complaints that Mechanicum players have. It's going to give them troops with line. I think it might give them an advanced reaction. I think it might kind of give them some of those things that they feel like they're missing. Orc Battalion came with transfers. Everything is wood grain. Oh, it should work on wood grain. Yeah. I'd say try it out. Worst case scenario, you can probably remove them or paint over them. But that is an interesting thing to try though, Curb. Yeah. Thousand Suns have gotten a ton of love in 3rd edition. So I've been very happy as a Thousand Suns player. Thousand Suns, I think, have the most interesting Legion rule, and they can be really powerful, but like at a baseline, they're just really good. But then there's, risk, a lot of decision making. It's just really good. Stevie Seal, welcome in. How are you doing, Stevie? And hey, if you follow the channel, you'll be entered in the giveaway we're about to do here in a couple minutes. I'm going to start entering names here in just a moment. Oh, that's something I need to do. Hold on, I got one more thing I need to do on these guys here. Just run Castellax robots just in case. Yeah, one of them with a bolt cannon I think is a great choice. It just takes up a support slot, which is rough. Okay, you are a follower. Cool. Just wanted to make sure. I got you here. You are entered into the giveaway. Yeah, OP, they're not worth taking, then just right. Yeah. Hey, I played Thousand Suns Thrall 2nd, and I had a pretty big tournament win that I was quite proud of with my Thousand Suns, so I never the army rule always felt like garbage in 2nd edition, but I still enjoyed playing Thousand Suns in 2nd. Not being able to score, so I was playing cybernetics, characters attached, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's true. You got your extra points and stuff on objectives anyway, so. It's like a little screen here. I do feel like Magnus is probably one of, if not the best Primarch in the game right now. He kills everybody but Vulcan in a duel consistently. And he's got other good support powers. And his army-wide rule for turn 1 is really good. I have yet to play Magnus though, so I haven't made a video on Magnus. He is just the best primary. That's true. It's true. Sorting out your model room. Very nice. I'm doing great. Yeah, kind of Kind of crawling through the end of the year, but nice looking half squad of breachers. Very good stuff. But yeah, we're getting ready to get into 2026. It'll be nice. Myrmidons being able to shoot their weapons with volley. Yeah. Oh yeah. Volley is a really interesting rule, and yeah. Benefit because it's support. That's true. Yeah, I try to not use logistical benefit. I feel like logistical benefit's there as like a nice extra, but I really try to work my army where everything fits in detachments. I really like the detachment system as it is anyway. So if that means I take 3 or 4 support detachments, that's kind of what it is. But I'm a big fan of Centurions in the new edition. I'm a big fan of combat veterans as a logistical benefit for Thousand Sons, because that extra willpower on your squads is insane. Like, just as close to a guarantee as you can get basically with your psychic powers, and it makes a huge difference. All right, I'm going to take just a couple minutes, guys. I'm going to enter in names into this giveaway, and then we are going to we're going to draw some names. I'll show you guys what we're giving away and everything, but we're going to do all that. So let's get people in here. Trying to get everybody here. Really slow typing, so give me a second. What's that? Gotta read my writing too. Raptor. At this point, I don't know. Yeah, new drawing skills. Those names should look pretty good. Yeah. Combat Vets is incredible. That's an incredible advantage. Yeah. Misfit. So we got Starlit Misfit. Band of Goblins. T-Slayer 3. Peter, a name I can't pronounce. Peter Jesko, is that right? Can't read my handwriting. Magical Banana. Cultured American, classic. Wandering Picked, we got, who else? Mr. Pink. Frasia. Goodwin. Studios, coolest name. Gemini X6. Let's see. Then we got Stevie CEO. Okay, I think we got our names here. We got our names. This is a lot. So let's get this up. All right, and I'm gonna show off. We have 2. We're doing this twice. Okay, guys. So if you don't win the first one, it doesn't mean you're out. All right. So the first one we're gonna give away is going to be this mini here. I need to finish painting around the base, and I'm gonna varnish in the base material and stuff. But this is our first mini. This is a character from Cursed City that I painted a few months ago. And we actually did a giveaway, and the winner of the giveaway never responded. So, but this is a character from Cursed City, and I can't remember her name, unfortunately. She's got kind of a wild name, if I remember correctly. But, yeah, so this is our first character. So we're going to give this mini away. If your name pops up, please message me on Discord if you think about it, and I'm going to try to tag the winners to have you message me. But this is the first giveaway mini, so let's cut to the wheel of names here. Is it up? Is it up? Okay, hold on. That's why. Okay. There we go. Wheel of names here. Praise be the wheel. You guys ready? You ready here? Let's spin the wheel, and whoever's name comes up. If you see a name with an asterisk next to it, that means that person is a member of the Patreon. So, Patreon members get an extra additional entry here. So yeah. Let's go ahead and spin for our first mini to give away. Last two minis of the year, last two giveaways of the year. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Alright, Tisca Studios. Look at that. Sweet. Congrats, jumping in the stream and then just winning something. So Tisca Studios, message me. If you join the Discord and you message me, that would be the easiest way. But if you message me on Twitch, that also works. But yeah, congrats. You won this mini. So I will send it to you free of charge. Alright, I'll try to send it anywhere in the world free of charge, to try to not get a tariff charge on you or some kind of weird charge or whatever. But message me, we'll be in touch, we'll get that. Well, I'm gonna pop you out of this this giveaway here this time. But next mini we're giving away, congratulations again, Tisca. The next mini we're giving away is this epic 40k Warhound Titan that I also painted a few months ago and was never claimed. So this guy we painted, so I will send this to whoever wins this next giveaway. But this is what we have. This is an actual Forge World epic 40k Warhound. So let's do our next giveaway. It is adorable. Yeah, it is absolutely adorable. So let's spin the wheel again and see who wins the Warhound. And actually, what I need to do, where's my pencil? There it is. I'm going to circle Tisca here. Let me get you here for mini number 1, okay? And next winner for the epic 40k Warhound Titan. All right, my man, Cultured American. Terrible opinions about Star Wars, but he did just win the epic Titan. Congratulations, Cultured American. Hey, alright, here we go. Work as a gaps files left the resin. Run mini piece. Whoa, okay. Yeah, alright. So we have our winners here for our 2 giveaways. Congratulations, Tisca and Cultured. Yeah, and that's our giveaways today. We're still gonna keep up with the monthly giveaways. So the thing about these monthly giveaways, guys, Patreon pays for these. So Patreon sends me money. I spend that money on miniatures, and then I spend that money to send miniatures to people. And okay. Oh, you got to do the little boop. Yep. So thank you to all the Patreon members. Not only do you guys get this additional entry for the giveaway, we also do a hangout every week, provided that it's not a holiday, which it is today. We do Wednesday night hangouts, and we just hobby and chat and have a great time chilling. Like, it's always a fun time. I love Wednesday nights and hanging out with the Patreon members. But they do also get early access when I release YouTube videos, which will be happening more frequently, hopefully with the new year and everything. It's kind of the goal for me to jump back in there. But always a fantastic time. And again, thank you to Patreon. Thank you to all you guys for supporting my channel. this past, I've been streaming, guys, almost 5 years, which is ridiculous. Discord with its, yeah, all right, sweet. Do you play Legions Imperialis Cultured? Because that works out really well. I think this guy's a little smaller than the new Imperialis ones, but hopefully it works out well. Hopefully the base size is okay on it. I think it's a 40 mil base that he's sitting on. Yeah. But yeah, if you guys have you have suggestions on things you want to see, if something I'm not doing that you want me to do, things you want me to give away, cool minis to paint, ideas for videos that you guys want to see, please let me know. Keep me in the know and what you guys want. I'll try to make things happen. It's like a 40 since pre-slate. Yeah, it's a 40. It's a 40. They don't say, but 1999. All right. Can YouTube get a Discord link? Absolutely. Let's see. This should work. Right there. It should work for both. Let's see if it works for both. There's Twitch. Let's see. YouTube takes a minute. Nightbot's really slow on YouTube. There we go. That should be a current YouTube link. Make a night proxy. That'd be really funny if this thing worked as a night. Yeah. You at least try. Yeah. But yeah, I think I'm going to call stream there today. The next stream I'm doing, because once again, holidays. It's okay, Velocity Red. Don't worry. I wasn't sure if it worked either, so I didn't want to make everybody type that in YouTube chat. I kind of forget some of the. I think all the commands are pretty much the same between the two platforms, but yeah. Yeah, come join our community. Share picture of Thousand Suns. I want to see pictures of all your minis, but Heresy Thousand Suns have obviously a near and dear place in my heart. But anyway, next stream is going to be Sunday night, guys. Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be streaming. I want to be painting some minis, so maybe I'll work on. It might be more Thousand Suns. It might be this beautiful. Look at that color. Look how vibrant that color is before it gets dulled down and everything. Crazy ruby red. Maybe this Centurion here. We'll see. But yeah, we'll be painting on Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Should be really fun time. All right, guys. But you guys all have a wonderful weekend. Have a safe New Year's Eve and New Year. Have a wonderful start to your year. And hopefully 2026 is a wonderful year for everybody. But yeah, you guys have a great one. Tiska Cultured, message me on Discord. Send me some info where I can mail these minis, and I'll get them out to you soon. All right, maybe Friday if things work out. If I can get all that stuff together. Hopefully I'm mailed out Friday. I'll send you info and everything. But have a wonderful New Year, everybody, and I will see you all on Sunday. Bye, everybody.